today? Is it on? There we go. Okay, it's on. Tiff is off today. Julie Davidson is here. She is an author, producer, radio host, mom, and very funny friend. And it is great to see you. Hello, Julie.
How are you? It's good to be here.
I'm doing pretty good. It's funny when I look at that shot as we open the show, I look so lonely here on the yellow couch.
I just want to reach out. I want to sit next to you. And I thought, boy, I need a couch here, so I can sit next to you. But this'll do for now. This'll do for.
Absolutely. How are you doing? I know you have kids who are in school. How are you managing the online stuff?
Define managing. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. We really are. We're fortunate. Our kids are 16 and 18, so they know how to navigate the online world. They completely understand how to sign into their classes. It's more holding them accountable. That piece is a little difficult, and the social aspect is lacking a little bit. But we're doing okay. We're doing okay.
I think that social component, I mean, if we ever overlooked it or underestimated it before, I think now we certainly understand the importance of it, and not just for our kids, but for ourselves too.
Absolutely. Just when you thought this is a generation of kids who didn't want to be around other kids, they really do miss their friends, and they're not so quick to pick up the phone or even text. Our boys are still playing soccer, so we'll see. The soccer season was canceled and it was opened again. So we've learned to be flexible, if nothing else. It's just difficult because I can't actually help with the homework because at this point, that math level.
Oh yeah.
I'm just, you know what I mean?
Well, I was out in third grade.
Right? Yeah,
Yes.
I was there with you. That's when I say, wait till dad comes home.
Yeah.
He can help with that.
Exactly. I'm with you there. We'll find someone to help you with that math. I wanted to share some good news about something, Julie, because I was just reading an article about seniors. So this is people who are age 75. The people they studied were about 75 to 80 years old. And what they're saying is that people in that age group are more in shape now than their peers were 30 years ago. This is a study from a university in Finland, and I think it's so encouraging. They're saying that people are more physically fit, they're better mental health too, than even in 1990, for example, and there are major increases in things like muscle strength, walking speed, reaction speed, verbal fluency, reasoning, and even working memory.
I've got a lot to work on.
Me too.
I have two words for you, Tina Turner.
Right? Or share one word.
Exactly. We'll have what they're having, Alex.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Wonderful.
Yeah. I think what was interesting too is that they said the only thing that hasn't improved in that age group was lung function, which I thought it was interesting that they noted that, especially as we think about the coronavirus and how it's affecting people's lungs and their ability to breathe and how they're so at risk. And the fact that that was the one thing they noted that wasn't improved from, say, 30 years ago is kind of interesting.
It is interesting, but I think people are in better shape too because we just are loaded with more conveniences and medical advances. People are living longer, they're staying in their homes longer. You see people who are in the store and they'll somehow get into a conversation and tell you their age, and I'm just dropping my jaw that people are in their 70s and 80s and they're out there having a ball and living life till their fullest. So it'll be interesting to see in 20, 30 years from now what science tells us and how we will be when we are quote unquote old, because we're not close to old, are we?
No, we are not. I'm going to back you up on that. I like it. But there's something else I wanted to talk to you about because how long have you been married?
22 years next month.
Okay. I think you're going to like this. So there's this study that said that less than half of the world's cultures kiss romantically, which was, I think, very interesting. But they talked about the percentage of married couples who kiss for longer than 5 seconds. You want to take a guess at what the number is?
75%.
It's even higher than that. It's in
Are you
the
kidding?
80s. Married couples who do not ever kiss for longer than 5 seconds.
Well, and if ever there was a time we should be kissing, Corona, lockdown, we're together more. Although that can work both ways, right?
Right.
We're kind of tired of each other, but really we should be prioritizing our relationships. And so we should be kissing more. That actually surprises me.
Yeah.
That really is surprising. Did they say why?
Well, yeah, I was just going to get to that because they talk about the fact that almost 100% of them did kiss in the early stages of their relationship. So when they were dating, when they were first married, of course. But there were 5 reasons, but a couple of them that I thought were worth mentioning is that some people, women in particular, worry that a more romantic kiss will lead to more, if you know what I mean, and they're trying to avoid that. And then the other thing is that people feel anxious about kissing because it's almost like they forgot how to do it romantically.
Wow. It's pretty easy though. It's like riding a bike.
Right?
Right. But I think that's interesting. You say that about it will lead to more. It's kind of like I've heard people say, well, I don't want to ask anybody for, I don't want to ask my partner or my husband for a back rub because it'll be more.
Right.
So we don't always want more. Sorry.
Right. You don't want that expectation, so to speak. So yeah, I thought you'd find that interesting. Lastly, I want to ask you, you can only pick one because it's our sound off question. Julie, would you rather have a neat house or a comfy house? And you have to pick one.
We've been comfy now for 6 months. I'm talking like put that wherever you want, comfy. Soccer cleats are reeking comfy. I would like neat. I would like neat. I think I'm in the minority there because I saw the sound off on Facebook and people were saying they want comfort.
Yeah.
They want that. I don't.
You know what? I think having kids, my position on this is that I would love a neat and fully organized house. But while I have kids at home, I would love for it to be comfy because then you think about the idea that you can have people over and their friends and that they want to be there. So I'm with you on that one.
Yeah. Or maybe we could make it neat and comfy, right?
There.
I know you said pick one, but maybe we could have it neat. And if it gets too comfy, we can go back in the neat. Or maybe people just put things away.
Right.
How about that?
Yeah, that's an interesting concept. You should come over and teach my kids about that one. Julie,
I'm still working on it.
Thank you so much for joining me today to chat.
Absolutely.
It's always a blast to see you.
Thanks for having me. It's good to see you. Can't wait to see you in person.
I know, me too. Thank you so much. And she's going to stick around because a little later in the show, we're going to talk more about your responses to our Facebook question, which is, would you rather have a neat house or a comfy house? Again, you can only pick one.